You want to open a bank account in Dubai, in the UAE, because you are trying to protect your money from certain governments, not because you are trying to commit tax fraud, but simply because you want to have a good banking option that is very safe, historically speaking, and has great banking products. Then the UAE is the right place for you. Doesn't matter if you are an expat moving to Dubai or somebody who is outside, doesn't even want to move to the UAE or Dubai, and you still want to open a bank account. In this video, I will break it down, the whole process, the costs, and what to expect, as well as the best banks in Dubai that I can recommend after many years of dealing with them. So first of all, in the UAE, basically almost anyone can open a bank account as long as you do not are from certain restricted countries like Iran, obviously North Korea, and countries like that. But even if you're from Russia, China, or other countries that are even the US, you can open a bank account in the UAE. But there's a key difference. If you are a resident, it's a lot easier than if you're not a resident. So let's get into it. First of all, if you're not a resident, you need to make a bank deposit, and that's a minimum of 100,000 US dollars in USD or any other currency that is equivalent to that amount, and keep it there. Then you can open a bank account. Otherwise, this requirement is for everyone who is not a resident in the UAE. You don't hold a residence visa, an Emirates ID, and none of that. Then you need to fulfill this requirement. But for the application and actually the opening of the account, you need to travel to the UAE, usually just one appointment. And after that, you will get access to your online banking, to your multi-currency account, and you can get going. So it's very simple. It's only a couple of days in the UAE, usually 1 to 2 appointments with the bank. We usually organize that for our clients, and there's a small fee involved as well, a one-time opening fee, and then the ongoing fees are very, very low, and you need to keep the deposit in the account, and then you're good to go. That's it. But if you're planning to move to the UAE or you already hold a residence visa, it's much easier. So basically, you just present your Emirates ID and your residence visa and some other documents, because if you have a local business, then you can also open a business account. Basically, you just present the documents. Nowadays, you can even do it online. So there's multiple apps from different banks like VU, Mashreq, FAB, and other banks. I will get into that later, that you can just download, and you can actually do it remotely if you have the Emirates ID and the residence visa for one bank. So which banks are the best in the UAE and where can you do it remotely? If you have the residence visa and the Emirates ID, you can do it remotely at the VU Bank. VU Bank is a great bank. It's a subsidiary of FAB, the biggest bank in the UAE and one of the biggest in the GCC, actually the second biggest. It is a very strong bank that has been out there for decades, and VU is basically a new subsidiary, actually a fintech. And it's part of FAB, which is a physical bank, and I highly recommend it. It's very user-friendly. It has a great app. The application is quite quickly. It can be done remotely, and they issue digital cards, and you don't even need to collect the physical debit card, credit card, whatever. But they still have one, but you don't need to pick it up. So it's very easy to get started with that. They also have low fees and multiple currency accounts, so recommend it. If you want to go for a physical bank account, there's other banks I recommend. For instance, Mashreq Bank, it's a very good all-rounder for personal accounts, but also for business accounts. That is a bank I can highly recommend for all sorts of businesses or personal activities. It's very easy to open. The requirements are quite low. They have a lot of branches in Dubai. So if you need a lot of physical branch services, that's a bank you want to go for. The one highlight is they have the quick remit system, which basically means you can make instant transactions to the EU and to other countries very quickly, which is quite convenient if you have still a lot of euros in your account or other currencies quickly remitted. So basically you can do a transaction from your Euro Mashreq account in France or Italy, and it is delivered within the same day, usually within a couple of seconds actually. So quite convenient for expats. Another bank I can highly recommend is ENBD, Emirates National Bank of Dubai. It's a quite popular bank amongst expats, and that is for a good reason. Bank is a little bit more expensive than Mashreq, is almost free of charge. They have very low fees. Emirates NBD is a little bit higher in fees when it comes to, because they have ongoing account fees, monthly fees for business accounts as well, personal accounts that are a little bit higher. So be aware of that. But account opening is also very easy. The highlight of this bank is definitely the credit cards, Emirates, and another one with Marriott. So everybody who is into collecting credit card points, miles, whatever you want to call it, it's a great bank. In the UAE, the options are quite limited, but those two are definitely the best one. If you want to collect miles for Marriott and get a higher status for the co-branded card, then that's definitely two cards I can recommend for frequent travelers. Last bank I can recommend is the FEB. I mentioned it before. It's the mother bank of VU, and it's definitely a great bank. It's one of the biggest banks, the most stable bank. It's one of the best experiences banking there. The requirements are higher, especially for businesses. It's not so easy to open an account there. Personal accounts, it's a lot easier, but but it's a great banking experience overall. Fees are a little bit higher when it comes to transactions or especially at foreign exchange fees, but it's overall a very good bank, a very stable bank. All banks I've mentioned are stable, so none of them have failed so far. The UAE is generally a very stable banking jurisdiction, but just speaking about numbers, FAB is the biggest, so yeah. So those are the most important things when it comes to banking in the UAE. You can open a bank account as a non-resident. You just need to pay the deposit and keep it there. Holder of Emirates ID and residence visa, it's a lot easier. There are multiple options you can go for, and some of them can even be opened remotely. If you need help with banking in the UAE, you can definitely contact me, book a call with me, and I will help you out. Set up your business account, personal accounts, and all sorts of other things that are related to banking. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We will do more videos about banking, moving, and actually living in the UAE. And that's it for today. Hope you liked it, and see you next time.